International Anti-Corruption Day is on Saturday, December the 9th, and the theme is Uniting the World Against Corruption. I want to start off with what I'm going to say today is by giving a quote by Edmund Burke, which was made in the 18th century. And what he said was that the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing. And I think that's particularly relevant to anti-corruption. But JFK used it in a speech in 1961 to Canadian lawmakers. Not only do I think it's pertinent to corruption, but I think it's also pertinent to corruption in the Turks and Caicos, but the reality is across the world. The 2023 International Corruption Day seeks the participation of the country's leaders and key stakeholders to participate in International Anti-Corruption Day by taking their time to raise awareness about corruption, promoting transparency and supporting anti-corruption initiatives. And I emphasise the last one, supporting anti-corruption initiatives. There are 5 factors necessary for a successful anti-corruption agency to function. The acceptance of the prevalence of corruption, political will to deal with corruption, an adequately funded anti-corruption agency, a functioning prosecutorial authority, and a functioning judicial system. And I want to examine these factors. So let's start off with an acceptance of the prevalence of corruption. I find this very interesting in Turks and Caicos because when you talk to people, most people agree that there is systemic and endemic corruption, particularly in certain areas of government. However, this causes some difficulty for the political and government leaders of the country. Because if they accept there is significant corruption, then some would say that they've failed in their duty. But if they deny or downscale corruption, it will never be addressed. This is problematic for the Integrity Commission, because when I or the other members of the Commission report the scale of corruption, we're regarded as bringing bad news. Moving on to the second point, the political will to deal with corruption, it naturally follows on that there has to be acceptance and then the drive to tackle corruption. An adequately funded anti-corruption agency. The Integrity Commission is purportedly an independent anti-corruption agency. However, it is reliant on Cabinet for funding and legislation. Therefore, how can it be independent? And I'll tie the last 2 points together, a functioning prosecutorial authority and a functioning judicial system. The Integrity Commission has cases awaiting trial for up to 4 years. That's not justice for the Integrity Commission or the people who are the victims of corruption or for the defendants. So I want to finish by saying Anti-Corruption Day is an opportunity for the country leaders and key stakeholders to recognise and demonstrate their commitment to tackling corruption in the Turks and Caicos Islands. And it goes back to that original quote, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men or good women do nothing." Thank you.